Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and this is Empowered Gems Tarot. Today we're going to be looking into the question, what are their next actions toward you, blunt AF? So we're going to take a look at what action or energy your person is potentially embodying toward you in the near future as the energy stands today. This is also going to be another deck preview for another deck that I am launching for my brand. This one is called the Empowered Action Love Oracle. So we're going to be using this within each of the readings, and then you'll be able to find in the timestamps in the description box below a section of today's video that will take you to a deck flip through where I'm going to kind of flip through the entire deck and show you guys all of the cards. Okay? Remember that this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so messages will vary in how specifically they resonate with each individual viewer or subscriber out there. So as a best practice, if anything that I say in your chosen reading feels confusing to you, or if it doesn't really feel like it lines up with your situation as you know it to be, take those as indications that the messages are just not for you today and that they're meant for somebody else out there in the collective. If you guys, did want to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is in the description box down below. And personal readings can sometimes help to get, oftentimes can get a much more specific read for you than the general collective readings here on YouTube. So if these general readings don't hit for you, you guys know where to find me if you want to book a personal with me. Okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and select your reading. If you're drawn to reading 1, we're going to be working with the Tinseltown Tarot, and we have this celestite crystal. If you are drawn to reading 2, we're working with the old style tarot, and we have this clear quartz sacred geometry crystal. And if you are drawn to reading number 3, we are working with the golden tarot and this rose calcite or pink calcite crystal. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your person and their next move or action toward you. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen reading. See you there. Hello, group 1. If you guys were drawn to the Tinseltown Tarot and this blue celestite crystal, this will be your reading. And today we're looking into your person's next move or action toward you, blunt AF. So we're going to start by taking a look at their current position, their current energy with regard to this connection, because this is going to kind of help us to inform what the vibe is or what's like driving their next action toward you. So starting us off, we've got the wise salt energy. And then we also have spiritual practices, becoming aware to intuition and guides, meditating and releasing self-limiting beliefs, working on inner healing and issues with codependency. That's really interesting. This says, I'm healing myself through meditation and spiritual practices. It is the only way I can make myself whole. Okay. So right off the bat, getting into this energy, group 1, I do feel like your person has probably pulled back their energy leading up to this reading. And this could be part of like what's informing their next action. Like I wouldn't be surprised if when we get into the tarot, the action is kind of minimal or more controlled here because I think that this person is becoming a little bit more self-aware during this time. And I specifically think that one of the things that they're working through right now are issues with codependency, right? Maybe this person has been too reliant on you for emotional support or too reliant on you in some form or fashion. That's kind of like creating this unhealthy or imbalanced vibe to the connection. And so with spiritual practices here, this is about them kind of like doing their inner work, going within, really trying to focus on that inner healing that they need to do in order to show up and be better within this connection. The wise salt is kind of interesting too because it's similar vibes, right? I think that this person is learning a lot through this connection. I think that they are in a place where they're pulling back the energy, they're sitting with the discomfort, and I do think that they want to make like very smart decisions moving forward with you, maybe based on experiences that they've been through in the past. For some of you guys, for some reason, I'm feeling like this person's interactions with you might be kind of mirroring something from their past, because with the wise salt, it's kind of saying like they already know better. Like they know how they're supposed to show up. They know how they're supposed to act because they've already learned this lesson before. Okay, so lots of pulling back, lots of inner work, introspection that I'm seeing here with your person. As I'm parting the deck, we have the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, right? So I do think they have some deep feelings toward you. But let's just kind of see what's coming through in their actions. Okay, so Spirit, tell us a little bit about this person's next move or action toward group 1. What is their next move or their next action, please, toward my group 1 viewers? What is their next move or action towards my group 1 viewers, please, Spirit? Ten of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Two of Wands. Six of Swords. And then we've got the Six of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That makes so much sense, because the Six of Cups talks about the past. It talks about nostalgia, and it's here in reverse. So this person is wanting to make different decisions than what they made in the past. Whether this is a past they share with you or a past situation they had with someone else, and maybe it's being repeated here with you, there's a desire to get away from the past and to make a different choice moving forward. So we're going to get some clarifiers here with my deck, Empowered Action Love Oracle. This will be available for purchase if you go to my website. And if you guys want to see all the cards in it, that will be timestamped in the description box down below as well. Okay, so what is their next action, Spirit, toward group 1 at this time? Clarifying this Ten of Swords in reverse. We have lending support, clarifying the Two of Wands. We have run. That makes sense. Okay. And we have expression of love and care. And then we do have in and out at the bottom. So I think that this person is going to be pretty minimal in terms of their action toward you coming up here in the near future. Group number 1. And again, I do kind of feel this is for the greater good in a way, because I don't think that this person has been showing up in the most healthy, balanced way in your connection. I think they've probably been, you and this person have like a cute chemistry, you know, like maybe you guys have like a past together where like the vibes are really friendly and familiar and loving and all this stuff. But again, there's something unhealthy about the dynamic here that this person is trying to fix. And I think they're finally kind of realizing that it starts with them and their own healing, that their own healing work that they need to do. So I definitely see with run and in and out, this person, I think you're still going to connect with them, but I think it's going to be pretty sporadic. This person is moving through they're coming out of a time of burnout here. Maybe they feel bad about something, or they've been overthinking something here. Again, they're still kind of not fully over whatever it is that's been working them up mentally as it pertains to this connection. And so what I do kind of feel is that they may come back around to be helpful in some way with lend support being here. I also still think there's a part of them that kind of overly relies on you for support as well. So just take that as a flag, you guys. I do think that they struggle with codependency issues. They're still not fully done with whatever healing work they need to do. So I just think you guys need to be mindful that there's still going to be a little bit of that imbalanced dynamic here, because I think that they are able to give you a little bit in comparison to what you can actually give to them, right? So I think they might come back around. They'll offer up a little bit of support in some regard, but there's still kind of 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door here with this Two of Wands. This person has options. See, she's putting 2 lipsticks in her bag, right? So she's got 2 choices that she can make, and she's got a bunch of other crap in there too. So it's I just kind of feel this person's energy being a little scattered and disorganized as well. Like they have all these things in their metaphorical bag and they just like struggle to find what they need. But the Two of Wands does talk about expansion and exploration. So I think there is kind of this potential for you guys to connect when they come back around to help in some way. But it's only going to go so far before this person bolts and kind of retreats back into their healing, cocoon that they have been in. Two of Wands can be like, somebody having one foot in the door and one foot out the door. They know that they can expand here with you, but they're choosing to stay still because they're not sure yet. They're not sure if this is the place where they want to land. For you guys, I would not take that or internalize that as like a referendum on your worth, because I do think this person has codependency issues, and I think something about getting too close to you kind of freaks them out. Right? Like they want your support. They need your support intrinsically because they're not able to give it to themselves. But then when things get too close, it's kind of like, nope, that's too intense for me. Like they can't handle it. There's like a lot of fear that I get in their energy. So I do think with the Six of Swords, eventually things are going to kind of smooth out here. Like, the Six of Swords can actually talk about moving on, moving forward, or moving into like calmer, smoother waters here. With expression of love and care, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of conversation that you guys have as well that kind of helps you, group one, to at least feel a little bit better about the situation, or maybe helps them to feel a little bit better about the situation. But I also kind of feel like this person might be taking a break or taking space or like, continuing to pull back their energy while kind of breadcrumbing or giving whatever effort they can at this particular moment in time while they're going through their healing. Because I'm seeing her getting into this car. So it's almost like she's getting in the car to leave, but it's not with any negative or ill will here, with expression of love and care. Right? I think this person does still care about you, but I think that they're dealing with their own personal issues right now that are preventing them from showing up as their best self. And so overwhelmingly, you guys, to recap what I said with their next action, I think it's going to be like them largely kind of pulling back and moving away because they need to focus on their own inner world right now. I think you will kind of have some interactions with them, like where they're going to come in and be supportive and helpful in some regard to help kind of smooth things over. But largely, I see them really focusing on disconnecting. Okay. Let's see, group one. So what's their next action, Spirit, for my group one viewers? Okay. We have true love. So the love is there, you guys. We have that King of Cups. Look at this. The courting man. Okay. Remember we had the King of Cups show itself earlier. I don't think that this is anything to do with you, group one. I do think that they have love for you, and there is like a genuine sincerity in their heart when it comes to the way they interact or the way that they feel about you, rather. But the way they feel with this love energy might not be fully evident to you in the way that they're acting, because they are going to be kind of in and out here. Okay. We have career. So there could be career stuff involved in this as well. Maybe they're keeping options open or having to focus more on career. Maybe you guys know this person through work for some of you. And then we have the dating queen coming through as well. And then we have long distance. Okay, so you guys, yeah, it's just kind of confirming that there's going to be kind of like this period where you guys might not be as closely connected as you used to be. This person may also be keeping their options open in dating too, you guys. With the dating queen coming up here, they could also be keeping their options open when it comes to their career as well. For some of you, I was kind of feeling like this is more your energy. These cards, like the Six of Swords, because it just kind of feels like they are more pulled back and sort of like in and out. And this is sort of how they view you, like this beautiful, like elegant woman in this card, right? Like for some of you guys, I think that you're going to actually be moving forward with more opportunities to date because you're very high value, right? And it's no shade to this person, right? There's no hard feelings. It's just like, the Six of Swords kind of talks about moving on, and there are other options and opportunities out there for you. Okay, let's continue. Last deck, group one. What are their next moves or actions, Spirit, toward my group one viewers? What does group one need to know? One thing I'll tell you guys is even if this person is not dating even if this person is dating other people or kind of keeping options open, which I feel for a lot of you guys, they might be with that career, Two of Wands, dating queen, Six of Swords, like just know that until they do the inner work, this is how they show up with everybody when things get too close, right? So I don't want you to take it personal, like there's anything wrong with you that you push this person away. I think that this person just has issues with codependency and balance in relationships. And I think what Spirit is showing me is that this spills over not only into their love life, but into their career as well. And maybe part of how they act next is going to kind of show you that it's not really just you, it's just how they are in all aspects of life. Inconsistent and fearful. Okay. What's their next action toward my group one viewers, please, Spirit? We have just for fun, good times, good company, getting out of the house and having fun. I just think like with this, to me, you guys, I have to be honest, like, look, secret admirer. So they're watching you for sure. They see you as the dating queen for sure. But I just have to say with this like 10 of Swords reverse, true love, lend support, it just feels to me like they come back around because they want to feel the good energy that you give them. Right? Like any support that they lend you, because they're not in a healed state, it's not going to be proportional to like what you can offer them, right? They view you as pure love. Like you come with this sincerity, this honesty, this genuine energy to this connection, and you support them when they are going through a tough time with this 10 of Swords in reverse. So it's like, I don't know. I do just kind of feel like a part of them coming back around here is about like getting to experience your energy because it benefits them. It helps them feel better about whatever issues that they're going through. What's their next action, Spirit, toward group one? Boot up, sex, cuddling, and spending nights together. And that makes sense with the Two of Wands because it's like with the Two of Wands, that's kind of a limbo energy, right? We're not fully committing, but we're doing these things, right? It's sort of like in the in-between phases of like, we're not committing, but we're not moving forward either, right? This is giving me like kind of friends with benefits vibes. And with that run energy, it's like they are afraid of getting too close to you. So even though they like to experience your energy, they like having the benefits of being with you and experiencing your energy, but they're too scared to commit and go deeper with you. Okay, one more, please, Spirit. Confessions. It's about to get real. So, okay, this is really interesting because we have expression of love and care with the Six of Swords. So I think there's going to be some sort of a conversation here between you guys that clears some things up, okay? Because I do think that with the Six of Swords, but something about it is going to help things to move forward in a positive direction into calmer waters, or help you move on, or help you guys kind of just feel better about the situation. We do have fear of the unknown is why you're settling. So this person has a lot of fear as it pertains to going deeper with you at this time, group one. So this is what I'm seeing for you, group one. Comment below. Let me know about your person and what's been happening with them up until this point. If you guys want to see the rest of the deck, it will be timestamped in the description box down below, so you can go into viewing the full flip through. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hello, group two. Welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the old style tarot and this clear quartz sacred geometry crystal, this will be your reading. And today we're going to be looking into your person's next action toward you. Blunt AF. We are also going to be previewing one of my new decks today, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and jump into seeing where they currently stand energetically with regard to their next action. All right, so we have the energy of dissolution first. And we have angel numbers and symbols. Positive movement forward, divinely guided toward union, multiple messages through different forms. This says, I'm receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. Okay. So this person might be feeling kind of pulled toward you in some way. This feels very spiritual 5D to me. So I feel like this person could be dreaming about you a lot, or like, I just heard looking for meaning into things. So they could be like assigning meaning to things to justify coming back around to you. We're going to see how this plays out in action, because this feels very Neptunian to me, group 2. It feels very Piscean, very Neptunian, like they're kind of in their Delulu land right now. And dissolution is kind of interesting too, because this is like a water energy, right? So it's kind of like the energy of stripping things back down to its most, like, almost to the point where it does not have a form anymore. It's like a dissolving energy, a surrendering energy, right? And so it's formless is what I'm trying to get at here. There's no structure or containment to it. And so it does kind of confirm this person's in kind of a Neptunian vibe as it pertains to you, where they might be daydreaming a lot, or literally dreaming about you a lot, or thinking of you a lot, looking for signs, synchronicities, but ultimately they're kind of in this energy of surrender. And surrender is more of a go with the flow energy. It's not necessarily always a I'm taking decisive action energy. Okay, so let's continue. Group 2. Spirit, help us understand this person. What the heck is going on? What is their next action toward my group 2 viewers? And as I'm shuffling the deck, you guys, look what's coming out, the moon. So yeah, kind of confirms the vibe that I'm getting here with this energy. What's their next action, Spirit, toward group 2? Oh, wow. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Tower. Wow. And then we have the Sun in reverse with the Page of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Wands reverse here as well. Okay, let's clarify. We're going to use my new deck here to just kind of see what additional insight we can get here. So what's this person's next move or action, Spirit, toward group number 2? Clarifying this 4 of Cups. In and out. Clarifying the Tower. Collaboration and working together, and clarifying the Sun in reverse. Okay. Max effort. Oh my gosh. We do have ask you out at the bottom. So I do feel there is this desire here with the Page of Cups and ask you out to make some sort of a small gesture, right? Think an Instagram DM, a text message, but something kind of sweet and shy to test the waters and see if you're available or if you want to connect with them. However, we have a lot of all over the board energy here when it comes to their actions. We've got in and out, we've got max effort, we've got collaboration and working together. And what this is telling me, you guys, is that this person is formless. Like, they don't seem to really have a clear intention or a clear framework for how they want to like approach you, what they even want out of this connection, or like what they want to do in terms of action. They're just in like this going with the flow vibe. And what I feel is probably going to happen here is there is going to be some outreach with that Page of Cups, but I think that it's going to feel like a bit frustrating or dissatisfying for both of you, because the 4 of Cups talks about missed opportunity. So I feel like for your person, when it comes to their next action, there's some sort of frustration with things. Like, there's a missed opportunity here. They can't maybe do what the thing is that they want to do for whatever reason. And I feel like for you, it's not going to feel like they're really offering you anything meaningful because it's the Four of Cups, right? And the Page of Cups, and we have this in and out. It's like a very sort of like dissatisfied energy of like, I don't really want that. That's not enough for me. Or an energy of like, they feel they have to give this breadcrumb because they're not able to like do anything stable with you, or they don't have any idea of how to do anything stable with you. It's really weird. I do think that something about this Four of Cups energy, this in and out energy, this Page of Cups, when they come forward and they message you or whatever it is, I actually see with the Tower, there is some sort of like really shocking realization for them about like your receptivity to them, right? Because we have collaboration and working together. So maybe for some of you guys, you are coworkers, and that's like part of the dynamic here. Like maybe there's a shock over how you respond because you work together, or a shock because of like work matters. But what I kind of feel is like when we go from this Four of Cups to the Tower to the Sun in reverse, it's like there's this lackluster effort or opportunity here where we both feel kind of frustrated with not getting what we want out of it, which leads to kind of like a shocking shift in things, leaving this person feeling kind of bummed out, right? It feels like whatever they do is just not good enough for you, and it's not good enough for them either. And there might be some disturbances here in the way that you guys are viewing each other after they do this. It almost feels to me too with the Sun and max effort that this person, like, part of like what they're doing is overcompensating for their in and out behavior. The Sun in reverse can talk about being bummed or depressed, but it can also be when somebody is being a bit performative, right? And so maybe there's something about it where this feels a little over the top or performative, and you can still kind of tell group 2 that it's going to be like flaky and inconsistent. And I think they get kind of a harsh rude awakening by your lack of receptivity to their antics. That's what I see. It just feels, you guys, like your person is not really in a place where they're thinking clearly about this. They don't know at all what they want. With that dissolution energy, this literally talks about water, formless water without a container. They're floating all over the place. They're in their like spiritual realm, doing whatever they're doing. They want to be close to you, but I literally don't feel any sort of intentional energy coming from them at all. And so I think that that's why this is going to largely feel pretty like lackluster or dissatisfying for you. Okay. And probably for them as well. So tell us more, Spirit. What's this person's next action, please, toward group 2? Hold on. Let's just get one, please, Spirit. We have the dating queen. Opportunities, dates, and abundance. Okay. Clarify the Tower. I just kind of feel like they see themselves as like one of many people that could be approaching you, you know? We have the brunette female. Yeah, I guess I just feel like something about the way that you respond really shocks them because it really shows them your worth. Like you stand on business. I feel like you guys are not receptive to crumbs. Like you're not receptive to this energy that they're bringing you. And so I feel like they leave the interaction feeling a little scared of you, to be honest. They feel a little bit like, dang, she clocked me. They clocked me, right? Like, pile 2 sees through me. I have to put in more effort than what I just did in order to win them over. You know what I mean? This is so insane, so interesting. Let's see, group 2. What else can you tell us, Spirit? What is this person's next move or action toward my group 2 viewers? What's this person's next move or action toward my group 2 viewers? Healing. Someone is healing or needs to focus on healing. I definitely can see that to be the case. Okay. We have open and ready. The Tower is definitely opening something up here. It's releasing something. And then we have for the Streets. Never sits down, no time for a relationship. That's for sure. We do also have the energy of Cheater. Don't expect this one to settle down for you. That makes sense with all of that. They just seem like someone who kind of like, I don't know. Maybe they're just like idealizing you guys from afar. Like they definitely see you very valuable, like high value with this dating queen, this true gem. I think a part of them feels like a little frustrated that if they are in a relationship or they're like, you know, dealing with someone else, like I think the Four of Cups speaks to like how frustrated they feel that they can't be one of your many open admirers. Okay. But yeah, I don't know, guys. It just seems like in terms of their next action, what's coming is more of like a soft outreach with the Page of Cups, where they're going to try to offer you some sort of communication, maybe some sort of intention to ask you out or, you know, try to connect with you one-on-one. But I think what's happening is that the way that you respond in such a high value way with boundaries, and you see right through them. And I think it kind of shakes this person to their cores. They realize like, oh, yeah, I'm not ready for that. Like I can't come to pile two in that manner. So this is what I see, group 2. Comment below. Please let me know a little bit about what's been happening between you and this person and how this may resonate for you. If you guys do want to see the rest of my deck, it will be, the deck flip through will be timestamped in the description box down below if you'd like to see the rest of the cards. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Golden Tarot and this rose calcite crystal, this will be your message. So we're looking into your person's next action toward you, Blunt AF, and we're going to begin by taking a look at where they stand energetically with regard to this connection using these 2 oracle cards. So let's take a look here, group 3. So we start with sublimation. And we also have summer. So we've got some dates here, June 21st through August 5th and August 6th through September 21st. So summer season is significant. As I'm uploading this video, I think it will be posted toward the end of August. So I'm inclined to say that maybe some of this has been building up between you and your person, probably starting back in June, and will maybe be continuing forward through September. Maybe this is the energy we're picking up on for them in this time frame in particular, group 3. So what I'm going to say about sublimation being here is that this is a card that talks about ascension. It's air, the air element. And so this person could be sort of seeing this connection from a new and different perspective. They could have gone through a period of spiritual healing or reflection. There's something about them kind of rising above and maybe intellectualizing something or looking at things through the element of air, which is going to be logic and reason and communication, but it's also looking at the big picture here. Now, the thing about sublimation that is good is like it can be great to see it from a new perspective or to look at the big picture of things, to kind of understand where things fit. So that could be something that they're doing with this connection with regard to their next action, looking more at the big picture versus being so in the weeds. But this can also talk of separation, right? Separating ourselves or kind of rising above something and separating ourselves away from it. So let's just kind of continue and see what we get. So Spirit, what is group 3's person's next action toward them, please? What is their next move or action toward my group 3 viewers? Truth be told. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Coins in reverse. We have the Moon in reverse. and the Queen of Wands. We do also have a Page of Coins in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. This is interesting, group 3. Let's continue. What's their next action, Spirit, with my group 3 viewers? This is my deck, the Empowered Action Love Oracle. We'll be doing a flip through of it later on in this video. It'll be timestamped below if you guys would like to take a look. What's their next move or action, please, Spirit? Proper dates. Deep conversation. And we have work obligations here. Interesting. Well, there's a lot simmering under the surface with this person, you guys, but with these tarot energies here, a lot of the action is kind of blocked at this time. I do really feel like your person is in their head. And so there's like a lot of this desire here, I think, to take you out, to talk more with you. They might want to do right by you in terms of like doing you a favor or helping you in some regard. Maybe you guys work together as well. And so maybe some of this energy could be connected to work. But when we take a look at the tarot cards, all of our action, with the exception of the Queen of Wands, which I'm going to get to her in a moment, but like, I just think all of the action looks pretty blocked. We have the Page of Coins in reverse, the Knight of Coins in reverse. So this is kind of like a stuck energy that I'm getting when it comes to putting in like practical, tangible effort into doing the things that they're kind of saying they would like to do. The dating, the conversation. And I'm wondering if this person is kind of putting these things on pause intentionally because, again, with sublimation, this is about seeing the bigger picture. There could be other things. Yeah, we have the Lovers in reverse too. I'm wondering if there could be other things going on in this person's life that are requiring their attention during this timeline right now that are causing them to kind of separate their energy from you or to kind of be able to compartmentalize you and say, well, big picture, I don't really have as much time to invest in pile 3 and taking action toward them because I have all these other things that I have to deal with in my life that are taking a higher priority, right? I think with the Moon in reverse, this person has been also struggling and held back by fear. And I do think it's positive that it's in the reverse here because I do see there's like this clarity that they are achieving. Again, it does feel like they're ascending, like they've been able to come to some sort of realization about this connection. Things are cleared up where they were once ambiguous or uncertain for this person. And maybe this actually comes through some sort of a conversation that you guys have, you know, where clarity is achieved for them and it helps them to kind of see things from a new and different perspective. But I just feel in terms of their action, there's just not a lot here, group 3. This feels more about like what's happening in their inner world and some of the things that they would like to do with you that they're not doing yet because big picture, maybe they just feel it's not the right time frame, right? Now, we still have the Queen of Wands and work obligations here, and I do feel that this is more like how they view your energy, group 3, and it's interesting that the actual card that's in the upright that talks about putting in effort, because the Queen of Wands, she's a leader, right? This is somebody who knows how to get stuff done. I feel like this is how they see you. This could be their energy as well, right? So for some of you, this could be like your person's more focused on work and leading through work obligations that they have at this time. I'm noticing all the people in the background surrounding this Queen of Wands. So this person could be like pulled in a lot of different directions and having to, you know, source their time appropriately to that. But for others of you, I think this is how they view your energy, right? Where like you're kind of holding down the fort. You're this like this baddie, right? Maybe if you guys work together, they see you as a leader, you get stuff done. If you guys don't work together, they're just seeing you as this very like responsible, like go-getter. You know, you honor your responsibilities and obligations that you have to them. they also see you as being surrounded by a lot of admirers or having a lot of people that follow you, right? So it's interesting because it just feels like we have some desires that are not being fully acted on here, due to this person's sort of like detachment from this situation and focusing on, I don't know. I just kind of keep feeling like they're compartmentalizing this connection, group 3, and they're saying, I can't, like they're looking at the big picture of all the things they have going on in their life, and they're saying, I can't really do much with that right now with group 3. Let's see, group 3. So what else can you tell us, Spirit, about this person's next action? We do have soulmate, great connection, relationship. Yes, I mean, they definitely feel that strong pull to you, for sure. We have karma. Okay. We have the Ice King. There's another like work energy here, boss energy. We also have destiny, luck, chance, and meant to be. I just feel like right now, you guys, this person's action is going to be pretty detached, more focused on professional, like work stuff in their life. Do they still feel that connection to you? Yes. But I almost feel like they're choosing a new opportunity, like they're choosing a new door. And it doesn't mean that they're not like choosing you per se, but it feels like with that moon card in reverse that something has become clear about this connection for this person through some sort of a conversation that you guys have. And it is allowing them to choose a different path that I think ultimately is better for the karma. Right? Because if they were coming towards you in that moon energy in the upright, there would be deception, there would be cloudiness, there would be a lack of clarity, and there would be a lot of fear, right? And so I do think that there is a part of this decision to kind of detach from you that's about being more accountable and responsible to themselves and being more clear-minded in how they're navigating things. I do think that they kind of have, oh my gosh, look at this. We also have new love. See, and then there's children here, which makes me think that this is just other things, like maybe they have children or a family, like they have other responsibilities and obligations that they have to like maybe give more attention to right now, but they definitely view you as a new love opportunity. And I think a part of them is sort of saying if it's meant to be, it will be, you know? So it's like a lack of clear action because they're releasing it is what I feel. And I think if you guys do work together, you're going to still see them at work in whatever capacity that is. But in terms of like deepening the connection, I'm not really seeing it right now. Tell me more, Spirit, for group 3. What is this person's next action? What's their next action toward my group 3 viewers? We have sexual connection. They're very charged, you know, like they definitely feel the sexual connection, the soul level connection. They're very attracted to you. Fire. Play with this fire and you will get burned. Interesting. And I feel like that's part of the karmic story, like the moon in reverse. It's like the delusion, the fantasy kind of clearing for them. They're choosing not to get burned here. I feel like you guys work together. Like the boss, the Ice King, the Queen of Wands, the work obligations. Maybe that's why. You know, it's possible that that's why this person is sort of like, nope, not going to touch that. And maybe that's a mistake they've made in their past, or a perceived mistake that they've made in their past where they've, you know, gotten involved with someone at work or slept with someone at work, you know, and they're kind of trying to avoid that, making that same karmic decision again. Okay. We have tired. Someone is losing interest. Yeah. Just vibing, getting to know each other. So the vibes are very casual here from them, you guys. But the Ice King and tired, I do feel like with sublimation, they're kind of detaching from this. They might feel like you're losing interest in them as well for some of you. With that Queen of Wands, I just really see that as being your energy. And maybe it's possible that both of you guys have detached from each other leading up to this point. But, you know, in terms of their next action, I think within this summer season that Spirit is picking up on here, I wouldn't expect a lot. I think if you guys, it does seem like you guys might work with them. There is that connection that's coming up multiple times here. If you guys don't work with them, just know they're focused on work right now. That's like a big part of why they're maybe a bit detached. But like, I do think that in terms of their next move or action, it's more about this person seeing the bigger picture and choosing to not take action. Even though they have these desires here, dating, deep conversation, sexual energy, I just kind of feel like they're choosing not to act on that right now because they're not wanting to get burned by it. And I actually kind of feel like the tired, losing interest might have more to do with work stuff than it does with you. Now that I'm looking at this, like it's coming up over work obligation. So if you guys do know each other through work stuff, it could be that this person is kind of, they still see you as being very desirable with that Queen of Wands, but I feel like whatever the work thing is not really their vibe right now. We're feeling kind of burnt out of it potentially. So that's what I'm seeing, group 3. Definitely comment below. Let me know what's been happening with your person and how this resonates with you. And if you guys want to see the flip through of the deck, check the timestamps in the description box down below, and I'll give you a preview of what else is in here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading soon. Bye. Hey everyone, and welcome to the deck preview for my newest deck launch, the Empowered Action Love Oracle. We did use it in the pick a card. This is just going to be a walkthrough of all the cards so you guys can see the full deck if you want. So just a couple things about this, and then I'm going to put myself on mute and just show you guys a sped up kind of flip through of each card that's in here. So this is a 50 card Oracle deck. You can use it on its own, or you can pair it as clarifiers with your tarot cards, just like we did in the reading today. It has this really cute holographic gilded edge, which I'm super excited about. And really, like, the whole theme of this is about actions, efforts, right? So you can use this not only to understand like the love motivations of the people on your mind, your love interests and things like that, but you could also even use it to understand your own love actions and motivations as well. Okay, so I am going to mute myself in a moment here and show you guys each card.